Hey, what's up guys, it's Stupid Kid here doing a video for the time I flipped my car. That's right, you heard it. I flipped my car when I was 17 years old. And I'm gonna tell you about the car first and then we'll get to it. It was a 2010 Ford Focus Coupe. I don't know how to pronounce it. Well, basically it's just a two-door version of the four-door. So I mean it was pretty unique. I ain't never seen another one where I live. But it had, it was like one of the top of the line ones. It was really cool. And we got it for a good deal. My mom did for me whenever I was 15. Actually, I was still 14 when I got it. In January. But then I had it for 3 years. About 3 years. Got it in January. And I drove it like every day. It was my car. I loved it. I liked it. It was alright. Wasn't what I would have picked out, but it was alright. And then a couple years down the road, I was driving the way to school, and I drove like an idiot. Okay, guys, I drove like an idiot, going like 100 miles an hour everywhere I went. Which where I live, it's not hard because I live out in the country where every road is straight for miles. Right? I just drove like crazy everywhere I went. That's just the way I drove. All right, well, let me get back to the story where I was at. We're on the way to school. It was the first day back where school started on the winter break. So it was January 3rd, and I was 17, right? And I just got done picking up my buddy from his house. I just take him to school. So I picked him up, and we had to stop by the store a little bit out of the ways to get cigarettes because I was underage. I was 17. So I ended up going to the store to buy some cigarettes, right? And then I checked the time when we were running late. I was like, oh snap, I can't be late, I can't get a tardy for school. So I didn't want to get ALC or whatever. ALC, basically in-class, in-school suspension. Where you're in your own class where you can't talk or anything. It's some bull crap. So I was going to go down so I was like driving like 180 somewhere in there, and it just got done, like it was ice on the road and stuff like that. Anyways, about a mile down the road, there's a stop sign, and someone pulled out like right in front of me. So I hit the brakes and started swirling, fishtailing back and forth. And there's I swerved to the right, but there's a guardrail right there. So I swerved left, and there was a minivan right there. So I swerved back and forth over and over again. And finally, I flipped like twice into a ditch, and I flipped, barrel rolled, and front over end, and landed in like a 12-foot ditch facing the opposite way I was going. That hurt really bad. I was knocked out cold for I don't know how long, probably a minute or so. And then I came to, and my buddy was like, "You alright, man?" I'm like, "Yeah." "You alright?" He's like, "Yeah." And the water was coming in through the sunroof. It was really, really cold. Right? Because the sunroof was all busted up because it landed in the ditch upside down, and water was coming in. And my side was completely squished. The only way I lifted it because my seat collapsed, laid down flat when the nose hit the ground. So that happened. That's the only reason I'm alive. And then I got stuck. My seatbelt was stuck upside down. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I have a pocket knife in my console. So I opened up the console and the knife fell. And I looked around and found it and I opened it up and cut my seatbelt. Right? By that time, my friend's already out the car. He had to get on his side. And then I had to get out, but I had to do this little switcheroo. I had to crawl in the back seat and turn around so I can go through the passenger side. Well, I was wearing a big old camouflage jacket, real thick winter coat. And I'm bigger than my friend is. So I try to crawl out the window, but I get stuck, unfortunately. And then my car called 911 because it had the whatever it's called in it, and it called 911. It said personnel on route and some stuff like that. So by the time we all come to, like a minute later, here comes a cop, an ambulance and all that, and we're all right. And, they're trying to make us get in the ambulance, but we're like, no, we're good. We don't want to pay that bill. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I lost my shoes in the wreck. Right, my shoes came off my feet, and they're still gone. I don't know what happened to them. But so now the ambulance lady told me to get back in the car. I'm like, all right. And I turned off my car at this point because it was smoking, right? And I didn't want to be caught in the fire, so I turned off my car. And then I went back into the car and laid back down and took my jacket off, and then I was able to crawl through. But when my mom came to the wreck, she just saw me laying out the window, and she started crying. I guess she thought I was dead or something, just laying there. But no, you know, I messed with her a little bit too. I rolled over like a second later after she started screaming. I said, "Hey, Mom," and then she started like crying with relief. And then I was able to get out the car, but you know, it was being cold in the water. I mean, there was still ice on the grass and stuff. And I was barefooted because everything just came off my foot, and it was a wreck, just knocked everything off. And I remember walking and being really cold. My feet were cold. And then I ended up just hopping in my mom's car because I just couldn't stand the cold grass anymore on my bare feet.
We have lost objective.
And I wasn't feeling any pain at this point, right? Because I still had, you know, adrenaline rushing through my whole body. I didn't end up going to school because, you know, my mom was like, you probably need to just go back home. So my mom drove us back to the crib. By the time we got back, that's when the pain hit.
We have lost
right?
objective charge.
And he's like, as soon as I got out of the car and I stood up, and it like I fell to my knees because the pain just hit me like I hit, you know, by a car. So we ended up going to the hospital, and everything was fine. They just said, you know, going like 80 miles an hour to zero, flipping is not, you know, the best thing for you, right? And then, so they gave me some, you know, pain medication, muscle relaxers, and stuff like that. And ended up going home and being in pain for, I don't know, probably about 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, that's my story of me flipping my car, guys. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, dislike it. If you liked it, please share it with your friends about your friendly stupid kid flipping his car. Alright guys, please subscribe if you liked it. Have a good day. I'm out. Peace.
We have lost objective.
Objective! Capture it!